Hello, happy witching hour. It is High Priestess Jamila. How are y'all at this witching hour? All right, I need to plug in this phone and I won't be here long. I hope everybody's doing well. All right, so I wanted to talk about curses and when to curse and when not to curse. And I want to talk about one particular thing. Obviously, if you're asking yourself, should I curse this person? Am I justified? Some people don't answer that question or ask that question of themselves. But so obviously I'm discussing what can a person do to you or persons do to you that would justify a curse. Well, I gotta say that the one thing that I can think of is if somebody or somebody's decides to have a conspiracy against you, some kind of conspiracy, you know, some kind of campaign against you would be an excellent reason to curse a person or a persons. I feel that it would be totally fine to do that, to curse somebody. In fact, conspiracies against a person, okay, or a family of people, can be extremely horrific, and it can have a disastrous, disastric, yeah, disastric effect on your psyche, the victim. It could. And a person that would actually carry out a conspiracy against another person, especially if it's long term, that is a very ruthless individual, in my humble opinion, that is not deserving of life. Okay. So, that would be one incident. People that are a part of a conspiracy against another human being, those people deserve everything that they get. And so this is one of the reasons why I don't hang with gangs, I don't hang with groups, and I don't plot against people with other people. Because if you talk to one other person, because a conspiracy, it would have to be more than one person involved, right? At least two. If you speak to somebody and you're bored and you don't have anything else to do with your life or your time, or you lost and you're speaking to another individual and you're talking about somebody that you are targeting in that conspiracy, you are factually, if you're talking to another person about the person and you're deciding to do something or take some kind of action with an intention of whatever it is, you are a part of a conspiracy. So therefore, first of all, I don't feel that people that do things like that lives are worth much. I don't. I am a person that is pro life. I am pro love. I am pro health. I am pro everything. But the one thing that I don't respect when it comes to human life, the one type of human life that I don't respect is a conspirator. I cannot get down with that. I cannot do it. And, I think that people are really having a very hard time understanding that unless they have been through it, you would not understand how it makes another person feel. You truly can't empathize with that person unless you actually walk in their shoes. And you more than likely you don't want to walk in their shoes, which is why most people will not stand up for a person that is being conspired against because they feel, hey, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to be complacent and sit back and watch while this happens to this human being, and I'm not going to say anything. Okay, I'm not going to speak out because I don't want that to happen to me. Okay, but otherwise, you don't know how it actually feels to go through that, and the way you have to fight for your own mind and your own body and your own spirit, especially if you are an older person, 20, I don't care if you're 20s, 30s, or even if you're 10 years old, even if you're 12 years old, if you spent your whole life not having things like that happen to you, then that's something that's going to be a shock to your system. So this is one of the reasons why I don't get down with a lot of these schools where you got these kids in them. They watch and they observe the behavior of their parents, and they come to school and they target and they bully other children. Adults are bullying children in school. No, it is not character building. It is nothing but trauma building. There's nothing character building about getting bullied. It may build the character of the bully, but it does not build the character of the person. So there has to be healing for that. Healing for the person. And what is healing for the person, really, to be honest with you, conspiracy has to involve monitoring and stalking. So, what would be very healing for a person that has a conspiracy against them, I'm going to be honest with you, is for the conspirator and the co-conspirators to die. That would be extremely healing for the target, is for the folks to die, for them to get struck by lightning, for them to fall off of a bridge, for something to happen, for their lives to cease to exist anymore. Does that make the target a bad person? No, it does not, because we are not stalker apologists over here. There's a lot of stalker apologists out there. And you're just as bad as a pedo apologist. You're just as bad as a rapist apologist. You're just as bad. So, no, we don't feel bad about cursing people that deserve it, because if you are conspiring to do anything against another person, you deserve to get what you get. And it is not the same as if a person that is being targeted goes to another person and says, I'm tired of this person stalking me. I'm tired of this person slandering me. I'm tired of this happening. I think I'm going to go to the police. It's different. It's not the same. And see, there's some people that are very mentally ill and they don't have a good bead on reality. So to a conspirer, listen, to a person that has a conspiracy against you, what they will do is if you say to them, hey, I'm going to try to contact law enforcement about this. What they will say is they will try to place themselves in the place of a victim. Okay. So, you know, um, if you are a stalker, okay, and I'm not talking about if you ride past your ex's house or if you go to your ex's profile and watch it. I'm talking about if you are a part of a group or a gang and you on a regular basis have an intention to stick with a conspiracy against another person for a year. I would no. For 1 month or longer, you deserve to die. You deserve to get sick and die. Period. Doesn't matter what you think, doesn't matter what you want to think, doesn't matter what your truth is. That is the truth. Okay? If you are trying to ruin somebody's life just because you're jealous of them or you don't like them or you feel some type of way about them, you deserve to get whatever you get. Okay? You don't deserve life. You're wasting your life anyway. You're impeding on this other person's life. You're more than likely lying about them, talking about them, setting, making plans against them, plotting against them. I don't give a damn about your feelings. I don't care about what happens to you. You should have found something else better to do than to sitting around talking about somebody that ain't thinking about you. Okay? Somebody that wants nothing to do with you. You should have thought about that. Okay? And I see I'm from KC Mo. Really, the culture in KC Mo is so incredibly different. It is so different than other areas. I noticed the culture where I'm from is that, let's say you fall out with someone and that person is like, hey, I'm walking away from this situation. I'm being the bigger person. And you just la 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 la, just talking, running your mouth, running your mouth. In my hometown, in Kansas City, Missouri, you were seen as lame. You were seen as a very obsessive and mentally ill person. That type of behavior is never rewarded. You will get shunned. People do not like people that sit and just constantly bring up the same old thing, repeated conversations about the same thing over and over again. Yeah, you're either going to be labeled as somebody that's very mentally ill or if you're doing it for let's say 3 4 5 years, let's say, okay, if you're still talking about somebody that wants nothing to do with you after 3 years and you are trying to get other people to go against them and you're trying to harm them, you need to be committed to a mental hospital. Okay. Now, did that person murder your child? Nope. Did that person steal from you? Nope. Well, what are you still talking about this person for? I'm confused. You do it for 10 years, you need to be in jail or dead. Keep talking about a person that wants nothing to do with you for a decade. You already dead, really, to be honest with you. You just like you know what I mean? Especially if your association is bad. Like if I keep talking about a person, I'm giving that person gold nuggets. Well, they think they're getting gold nuggets, but they're actually not getting shit. They catching wrath. They're catching wrath. Okay? if but if I'm talking about somebody in a positive light, they're getting gold nuggets. Okay. If you're a person that's conspiring against another person and you got a bunch of negative people around you and it's just real disgusting and just deplorable energy that nobody wants to deal with, not even you, you you, you need to get your life. Okay. And stalking somebody is not the new male masculinity. It's not cool. Oh, yeah, I was stalking somebody. No, you look ridiculous. And please believe that not only is God looking at you and saying, why isn't this person shutting up more and talking less about this person? Okay. Nobody wants anything to do with you. And that's all it is to it. Okay. So, um, that is a time to curse somebody. Lying on somebody, you can get cursed. Lies are very close to conspiracy. You tell a lie on a person, you're conspiring against that person when you tell a lie on a person. Okay? So it's open season on you, basically. Just about anything can happen to you at that point. I mean, I'm just telling the truth. Am I lying about this situation? If you go away and leave the person the hell alone, stop talking about them, maybe perhaps switch the subject, maybe perhaps have control over yourself, then perhaps you can save yourself. The gods don't like that. The gods don't like it. Spirit don't like it for you to continuously talk about somebody. They don't. Why do y'all think that whole thing happened with Cardi B and Tasha K? Cardi B asked her, "Hey, keep my name out your mouth." Tasha K refused to do it, and she got sued for $4 million. Okay, and it's a lot of that going on in social media, which is why I, unless you my friend and I like you, you know what I'm saying, and I'm like vibing with you and shit, you can talk about me as much as you want. You can even be a little critical of me, a little, not like dogging me out. You can say, well, and I told Jamila, High Priestess Jamila, that, I didn't really agree with that, but I respect her for her opinion and I understand. But if you're somebody that I do not like and I do not want anything to do with your association, then you should stop talking about a person that wants nothing to do with you. Is what you should do. That to me is a very simple solution to any problem. Okay? Talking about somebody over and over again does not prove that you're strong or you're powerful. It doesn't. Now, if you're trying to clear your name, there's this one lady that I bring her up from time to time, and that's because I am still clearing my name. There's a difference. There's a difference. If your target that you conspired against brings you up every once in a while to clear their name, there's a difference between that and you conspiring, telling lies about that person. It is a reality, it is a fact. You cannot make it into anything different because we believe in justice, we believe in the law. There's no lawlessness over here. Okay. And if laws were actually enforced, then more people would be protected, wouldn't they? They would be. It would be more people that were protected. But it's kind of difficult. I understand that there's, it's a lot going on in this world. It really is. But just because you think you can get away with it doesn't mean you should do it. So this is the reason why you have to put your witchcraft curses on people. You conspiring against me, I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, conspiring against somebody is not the same thing as throwing a surprise birthday party for them. Okay, that ain't the same. You conspiring against me in a negative way. I want you off of this planet. And that's the dark right there. That's rolling in the deep. It's nothing you can do about it. Any other human being would feel the same way. It doesn't make you a nice person. It makes you a very weak and complacent person to sit back and allow people to conspire against you without doing anything about it. It doesn't make you a good person. It doesn't. Being complacent with people. It doesn't. It doesn't make you a good person. It doesn't make you this nice person that everybody's gonna like. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It makes you the type of person that probably needs to stand up for yourself in some kind of way. Now, I don't believe in going back and forth and arguing with people. I believe in doing that work. Okay? I believe in doing that work. So that's pretty much my take on that. As far as I was gonna speak on my policy at my company on curses. Um, I don't curse clients at all. I would never curse a client or a student. Y'all are my friends, y'all are my sisters, y'all are my brothers. I don't do stuff like that. Okay. Um, but if you are a person that becomes problematic, then I probably will bind you and you'll end up back at the church. That just saying. More than likely. I don't curse. You don't just curse everybody. There's some people that just need to be binded and they need, a little love and light. Okay. Because I've never had a client attack me ever. Not a real client or student. If you're a real client or student, okay, you good with me. I have never had a real client or student attack me ever. And I've been in business for almost a decade. Okay. So, that's something that should be very interesting to y'all because that is very interesting that's never happened. If if you are or were a client and I'm not getting along with you, it's your fault. Okay, my reputation means a lot. My company means a lot. I'm not a stupid person. I'm not a dumb person. So I would never do anything to mess up my reputation or my company's reputation either. Okay. So that's just what that is. So, but that's how I feel about this situation. And there are some people that are actually cowardly enough to think, and I don't know, it's kind of strange, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people like to compare themselves to animals. I don't. I have animal totems, but I don't compare myself to atoms, to animals. Okay. I don't do that. I don't know why I said atoms. I don't compare myself to animals. Okay. So, I guess you can think, oh, I'm a wolf and we're going to do this, and that. But really, in reality, you need mental help because in reality, we are human beings. We walk on 2 feet and not four. And that's just what that is. Okay. And today is Monday. So I have to make my milk offering to my wolves. Okay. And with that being said, I'm going to go. Y'all have a good one. Um, you know, that's just what that is. Okay. And I don't care if you're a man or a woman. I think personally that a man with a conspiracy against a woman is a bitch. And I think personally that a man with a conspiracy against a woman needs to be locked his ass up. He needs to be locked up and never let out of prison. If you have some kind of agenda against women and children, you need to be locked up and never let out of prison. And if we can definitely see you doing it, you need to be locked up and never let out of jail. You're a dangerous person, okay? You're a danger to society. Okay. So, it just is what it is. Okay. I don't care if, there are some people that is, especially when it comes to certain races of men, they will, they'll be like, oh, well, this is a black man or this is a white man or this is an orange man or a green man. Listen, that aspect of it does not matter. Okay. You should not be conspiring against a woman. You are supposed to leave that woman alone. You don't have to be a gentleman. You just need to get the hell up out of people's faces. Get on somewhere. Get gizzard is what you need to do. That's what you need to be doing. Am I lying about that? Okay. And what's sad is when people don't speak up and don't do anything and they sit back and they are complacent. And people have a tendency to get human beings confused with God. There's no human God. You can be your own God, but you're not God over nobody else. That's called mental illness. Okay? And see, that's the reason why 30, well, I don't want to say 30 years ago. That's the reason why 60 years ago people with mental illnesses got locked up in mental asylums and never let out. Them was the good old days when that used to happen. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't matter if it's online or offline. There's no difference. There's literally no difference. Is it? Not really. Okay? And I have no empathy for people that are committing crimes against other people. I don't have any empathy for people that are committing crimes against other people. I don't. I'm not a criminal. If I were a criminal, then maybe I would, but I'm not a criminal. Okay, so I'm not on the criminal side. You see what I'm saying? It's just all it is to it. Okay. So, with that being said, I gotta go. I will see y'all later. Y'all have a good one. Those of you that are, have people having conspiracies against you and sitting around all day looking stupid, talking about you and planning their next move against you and all that dumb shit. I pray for thee. I pray for you guys. I send you positive vibes and healing energy. Because it's ridiculous how ignorant people can be, incredibly, painfully ignorant. Okay. All righty. Let me get this candle litty. over this thingy, and I gotta go. Y'all have a good one. Blessings. Bye.